Good morning and welcome to Morning Coach today. I am so glad you're with us. Hey, it's JB. Super pumped you're with us as we're rocking and rolling today, having some fun and putting some great energy out there. That is what we do every single day of the week, Monday through Sunday. And I'm super pumped to be with you as I'm getting ready to head to Texas, flying out this morning. And I know it's crazy because we have the elections going on, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But there's a lot of things happening, and it's really all good if you don't get caught up in the minutia of life. And so today, I want to go over what we're doing this week and then talk a little bit about the topic of the day and get us really organized so that we are fired up for a big week, even with all the noise that's around us, so that we can get after it. And then I'm jumping on a plane and going to the Texas Hoedown down in Austin, Texas. Going to record a little bit ahead, just so you know. Most of the time, I do these the day before, but I'm going to get this week done so I can go down there and mastermind and wear some cowboy boots and have some fun and be around some amazing people so I can bring you back amazing energy. And that's the game plan. So what are we doing this week? What's going on? Well, we've got, this week, we've got finding life through self-awareness. One of my favorite topics is self-awareness. This year specifically for me was about mental health and really getting myself strong with all the chaos in the world today so that I could start to manifest things that I really want to manifest. And boy, have I done that. I mean, things are going amazing. The retreat center is going awesome. Got great people that I'm working with to get this thing in shape for you to come and hang out and not only hang out, but really hang out. Like I've never, most of my events end at 5. We're setting this up so it can go all night long and we can really get work done, have some fun, and be around amazing people. So super pumped about that. And what has allowed me to do that is being a little more self-aware. We're going to spend time on that week because a recent study showed that 10 to 15% of the people, even though most people think they are, only 10 to 15% of the people are self-aware. This is something that can change your life as soon as you really understand that and you can get out of your own way and start being a little more self-aware. And we're going to talk about that today and this week. Tomorrow, we're getting into our book study, chapters 1 through 4. If you're new with me, fantastic. You grab the book if you get a chance. Essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less. We're really getting ready for our planning and our Get It Done Now system, as you know. And so getting the planning ready, this book is perfect to cut out the clutter and get you focused on what you really need to be working on. I'm doing the exact same thing right along with you. Wednesday, our metaphysical day, we're going to talk about how to have more self-awareness. Obviously, that's going to be a big theme this week. Thursday, I'm going to answer your questions. Make sure you send them in. For those of you that are in Discord, I'd love to see it. It's so great to see people getting involved there. A lot of new people coming on board. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out in a while, jump on over in the community on Discord. We got a great group there. Friday, Keystone Habits to focus on self-awareness. We're big into habits here and getting organized. We're going to talk about that. Saturday, self-awareness systems. And then Sunday, we've got a focus on spiritual awareness. So we've got a great, great week planned as we get into rocking and rolling this November. We're really getting ready to start our plan as we finish up the quarter. Hopefully, you're going to clean up some loose ends this month so we can really get on it in December to make sure we're doing what we need to be doing going into 2023. With that being said, I wanted to mention a little bit about the election noise today. I don't care which side of the fence you are on. I lean many different ways in many different areas. I believe I'm a critical thinker, and I don't like labels, right? So I don't want to be labeled blue, red, Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian. I don't want any labels on me. All right, I don't want any labels. When I was, you've heard this story before, but when I was a kid and they told me I wasn't going to be able to speak right and they labeled me special needs and made me go to that special class, I revolted against that. And thank God, because if I had listened to the experts and everybody that was out there, I would not be speaking properly today and I would not be doing what I'm doing for a living. So obviously I'm jaded. I'm jaded against a lot of the noise that is out there. So be careful getting caught up into it. And it's so easy to get caught up into it. They're so good with cognitive dissonance, feeding you those little things that make you think that you're on the right page, right? It's like they just keep shoving stuff down your throat. And we've got to be careful of that in the new world that we are in. And we need to be leaders with that. So just be ready for the election noise. No matter what happens, no matter which side of the fence you're on, it's going to be okay. You're going to survive. We're going to be able to move forward and do what you need to do and focus on you. That's going to be the big thing. That's the theme of this week. Let's focus on you and not other people. I think one of the biggest issues that, like I said, most people think they're self-aware, but they're not. And they spend more time worrying about what other people are doing instead of worrying about themselves. And it's time to start focusing on ourselves so that we can live that great life and not worry about all those external things that are going on with people. I know we need to know, right? You need to be involved. But at the end of the day, the stronger you get, the more influence you'll have. Is like we talked about last week, walking softly and carrying a big stick. And that's what we need to do. And we do that by being more self-aware. If you're in the wrong environment and you're talking about certain political conversations, specifically today, wow, you could get yourself in a pickle, right? So the idea is to be intelligent. The idea is to be conscious. The idea is to become a better communicator. And that's what we're doing here. And we do a lot of that through self-awareness, right? So election noise, let's let it go and let's focus. Guess what? It'll all be over tomorrow and we can start moving forward in our different areas of things that are happening. And that means we can start working on self-awareness. So the first thing is, what we got to ask is there's a couple questions. So you got to really look at this and go, how do you really think? And I've said this before. You've heard me say this a million times. You'll hear me say it a million more. Thoughts are things, believe make them so. And actions solidify beliefs. Do you really believe in the stuff that you believe in? Do you really believe? That's the big question. And if you really believe, then you're going to go out there and you're going to do the things that you need to do in order to live the life you're going to live. But most people don't believe. And again, one of the problems is they're not self-aware enough. They think they're setting the proper goals. They think they have the right mission. They think they have the right things going on, but they don't. They're allowing other circumstances to run their life. And so that's one of the things that I want to help you do is get you in a place where we get rid of the external circumstances and not get rid of them. We just are aware of what is happening and what is going on within the framework of our lives. And so we've got to get ourselves in a position to watch those external circumstances, be aware of those external circumstances and see how they are moving you. For example, I have a place in my heart for education. And it really bothers me a lot of times where I see education's going. And if I watch the wrong media programs, I can get so fired up and so emotional and so angry that I actually don't do anything. Why? Because I'm so frustrated that it's like I might do something out of emotion. Where the truth is, what we've got to do is we've got to start walking softly but carrying a big stick, like we talked about last week, by being able to apply the thoughts and ideas and be able to put them into where you need to put them. Right? Where you need to put them, where the energy needs to go. We're going to talk about this in Essentialism tomorrow. He's got a graphic, and I think it's in chapter 1, that shows an energy ball, and the energy is going every direction, right? It's on page 6. And by the way, we'll get into that tomorrow in the book study. And then he's got this energy where it's going everywhere, and then he's got this energy that's just focused. It's a graphic. I wish I could show it to you right now. But just think like one's like the sun. This is a good example. One's like the sun, and the energy's going all over the place. And the other one is laser focused, right? It's laser focused. So what self-awareness does with all this noise and everything going on, basically you are being distracted. You are being distracted from you pursuing your highest self. It just is what it is. I mean, that's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to grab your attention. In fact, attention is money now. Good and bad intention. It's crazy. Attention is money. It's so weird. I never thought I would say that. It used to be fame, but now it's just attention. If you can get attention, all of a sudden it creates everybody's looking at you, right? And there's money in that. It's weird. But what we've got to do is we've got to watch the things that where we're putting on our tent. Where is our attention going? Okay. So again, thinking about self-awareness, thinking about what we're talking about, thinking about today and all this noise, our attention is going all over the place. And then if you think about it, what we really need to do is we need to have that laser focus where our intention's going to be. So for me, it's been a big change. Like 2022 became about self-awareness and self-care, being cautious with drinking, eliminating it, becoming alcohol-free, working on my meditation, getting my mind in a good spot so that I could laser focus on what I needed to and being able to avoid those distractions. That's what self-awareness is. So going back to my quote, thoughts are things, belief make them so, but actions solidify belief. You got to look and say, how do I really feel? That's introspective work. Now, this is really important about self-awareness. Self-awareness is not always about introspection. The same study that I'm quoting that says 10 to 15 people are self-aware also believe that they can become more self-aware by introspection. It's from both. It's from an external and an internal introspection. It's about awareness from both, okay? So a lot of times what happens is we're so close to it, but yet we don't believe. We think we believe, but we don't believe. So again, metaphysical. Thoughts are things, believe make them so, action solidify beliefs. Do you really believe? There's only one person that knows that. That is you with somebody doing some introspection. Then I can tell you from the external point if you believe or not just by looking at the life that you're living. I can look at your bank account, I can look at your calendar, and I can know where you're spending your time and your money, and I can know where your focus is. And more than likely, it's all over the place. And we're going to work through this with essentialism, and we're going to work with this with the plan. So as you know, this place is about metaphysics. It's about motivation. It's about all the above, right? It's about living your best life. And how do we do that? Well, we get fired up. We find something we're passionate about. We get excited about it, and we start moving towards that. And you need somebody to help you, and that's where the external support comes from. That's why I'm here with you every day. Why am I here with you every day? To help you avoid distractions, to help you elevate your consciousness to get to a higher level, to help you become a spiritual being, right? And we don't even get into that much. But it's important to be able to elevate above all the noise. I was with a couple the other day, and they're having some issues with their 23-year-old daughter. And they don't have any answers. They've tried therapy, they tried counseling, and they finally went to church for the first time. And I thought it was great. You got to seek deep purpose, okay, to find answers to the issues that you're working through. And again, when you start to put the focus and the laser focus on whatever that you're dealing with, all of a sudden you can get some answers. But again, it goes back to your own belief. Do you believe you're a good parent? Just look at them. Do they believe that they are putting the right energy in the right places? And I would tell you, after speaking with them, that they will tell you externally they do, but internally they don't believe. Why? Because of the issues that they're having. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of things going on, and they're questioning. They're starting to questioning their own parenting. And luckily, they were able to stop by somebody that I know, and I'm able to have some discussions and basically build their belief back up. You see, there's this word called certainty, right? And one of the things that we do here is allow you and help you and support you to know that you're on the right path. Now, you might not be, if you just started, you might not be on the right path, but we're going to get you there. Then you need to be certain that you need to just keep applying yourself day by day in order to get there. That's what self-awareness is. Am I on the right track? Do I have belief? How am I feeling? How am I acting? That's a big one. I mean, I catch myself all the time. Okay, that's why I can't drink. If I drink and I get drunk, I am not the morning coach. I'm somebody different. I act differently. I talk differently. I get more egoic, especially if I drink my Jack and Gingers, right? All of a sudden, I start to flip. And I got to be careful. I know that, right? I'm self-aware enough. I don't want to be part of the 80% or 90% that believe they are and aren't. And that doesn't allow me to be what I need to be. So we need to get out there and we need to focus on us, do some internal inspection. Where are the distractions going to be? We're going to get into essentialism tomorrow. We're going to get into this and start getting you focused and start getting that laser so that once we get that laser going in the right direction, all we have to do is be aware enough to course correct when needed, okay? And sometimes that laser will shift, and that's okay too. Remember, inherently we have massive flexibility within our system. But then you can march forward in joy and happiness and peace, knowing you're going to get there. Course of Miracles, I love it. You know, if you knew walk beside you, you would never be in fear. Okay, I'm probably misquoting that, but it's pretty close. Same thing here. I'm with you. I'm walking right beside you. If we understood the mission, if we know what we're trying to accomplish, if we're introspective enough and have enough self-awareness, then we can go fight the battles that we need to fight. We can understand the external circumstances that are becoming an issue, and we can allow those to dissipate. We can let go. We can use some of Singer's work, and we can surrender to life and start to love it. And that's what the energy's about. That's what we're about, and that's what we're going to do here day by day. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep that energy going, and that's why this is so important. That's why this coaching program can be invaluable, can be. If you're able to interact and get involved, utilize it. I should charge $1 million for it. If I charge $1 million for it, people would be more active, right? It's funny. The more money you spend, the more people get engaged. It's one of those things, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. But I want you to engage. I want you to listen. I want you to take this energy and use it. Find that laser focus. And let's go make life amazing, okay? It's time. This is a great time to wake up and wake up to the wonderful world that you can create around you. And we're going to do that together. I love you. Go out there, have a great Monday, and let's get into our book tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Okay, do it. I love you. Go after it, and we'll see you here in the morning as we get into essentialism. Hey, you listened to the end. Thanks so much for listening to the Monday Free Podcast. It is great to have you. Look, this is a coaching program that you need to do. I'm telling you, you need to get over to morningcoach.com, get the daily coaching with me. There's nothing else out there like in the world that you're going to be able to get this at the rate that we do. You get our interactive templates. You get our structured program. This is an annual program. You get to work with me every single day. We have our Discord community where you can meet other members and work with other people from around the world to really make things happen. This is the time. If things are not working, if you're tired of the noise, if you're ready for energy and motivation every single day, then you need to contribute to our membership. Not only do you contribute by joining, you help us get this energy out in the world, and we're making the world a better place together. So how do you join? Go over to morningcoach.com and hit the Ignite button or the Freedom. We believe in it so much that you just got to spend $1 for 30 days. Give it 30 days, cancel at any time, and see if the investment in yourself is going to be worthwhile. I know it will be. Go over to morningcoach.com and get signed up today, and we'll see you over there, and we'll get working tomorrow together. All right? No matter what day it is, even if you're listening Tuesday, Wednesday, we're with you 365 days a year, even Christmas. So we'll see you over at morningcoach.com. Click that Join Now button.